Good morning, good evening, good whatever, wherever the hell you are. I'm in a bad mood, guys, and I just need to get shit off my chest. I'm in pain, which makes it hard enough to sleep, but now my mind won't shut the fuck up either. So, yeah, let's just get the thoughts out into the world, shall we? Not that that'll necessarily make it any better. Hi, Sam Coors. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by this morning. Well, for me, it's evening. I haven't gone to sleep yet. Ogie says you changed the title. I did. It's I had so many to choose from. The original title was actually "Everybody Can Get Fucked." I thought that was a little too on the nose. Adam said, "Hey, it's Monkey in the actual morning. Yeah, it's morning time somewhere, I guess. Your normal Monkey in the morning stream, the one that's usually 9, 10 o'clock, that won't be happening today because the baby's here now. She's at home with us, and little butt's going to be over tomorrow too. So I will be spending my day with the grandchildren. Uh, but before I can get there, I need sleep, and before I can get sleep, I need to talk. I really need to fucking talk. Um, you can probably guess what this is about if you paid attention to Twitter at all yesterday, or the last 2 days, really. Dumb cunt from the Wall Street Journal has started all kinds of shit. The fuck's her name? Yo, I don't even fucking care. She decided to target Ethan Ralph. And we didn't get to this on Lords of the Night last night in her piece. Jean-Francois Garipi was also very heavily. Actually, I don't want to say he was very heavily featured in the article because he's actually only in the last few paragraphs, and his picture was used for the graphic on the thing. And to be honest, he really looks like the picture they used there. I couldn't help the feeling that he kind of looked like a new retarded character for South Park. And he looks like that anyway, but that picture really does look like it. Eve, it absolutely is morning. It's 3:40 in the morning. AM is our morning time here. Right? Something like that. I'm tired. Don't blame me. I'm just going by what the what science tells me. Can I fall back on the scientific argument? Anyway, so this stupid bitch for the Wall Street Journal decided to dig around and look into the kill stream and how super chats were being used to say naughty things. And because of this, holy shit, that is disgusting. I grabbed a Gatorade and it's cool blue, and that is really not good. Wow. Huh. I'll be drinking that later just so I have stuff, but that is nasty. By the way, this is not sponsored by Gatorade. Oh, Jesus. So Jean-Francois Garipi has a little bit of the in the article, and somebody asked, why is he even in it? And there's a good reason he is. Because while I can point at Ethan Ralph and call him alt-right and you say that he lets his guests and his super chatters say horrible things, they can't actually point to anything Ralph has said that's alt-right. When it comes to Jean-Francois, well, yeah, that's a dirty racist fuck. And now some people have gone, well, he's got a he's banged some retarded Mexican girls and stuff, and he likes the Asian puss, so he's not really a white nationalist. Yeah, yes, he's absolutely a fucking white nationalist. And he's really not shy about it. There's no reason to have that argument. That he's there because he is their absolute. This is a racist scumfuck guy. Coach, hey, wrench me, faggot. I need the validation. Oh God, I feel like I would be rewarding you for that. I feel like I would be rewarding you. For the moment, Coach, I may have you on in a little while. For right now, I just need to get shit off my chest, just me for a few minutes. Because we were talking about this last night, and Scribbles wanted to move on, and I understood because the show had to go on, and but I need uninterrupted just me time. Is that too Too egocentric. No, I just need to get this shit off my mind because seriously, I got to get to bed eventually. And until I get these thoughts out of my brain, it's just not going to happen. As bad as the Wall Street Journal article was, and as bad as it is that St. Jude's has decided to turn down $26,000 for fucking cancer kids because of a stupid fucking Wall Street Journal article, the shit that I'm seeing on Twitter is just so much worse. So much worse, in my opinion. I've seen people go, well, St. Jude's raises a lot of money, so they don't really need it. Like, well, you're still saying that you're still saying that it's better for kids to have cancer than for them to take money from somebody who might have said something you didn't like, which is fucking retarded. But I saw an argument just before I went to air, and I think this is what finally is like, you know what, I'm going to air. Wasley was arguing, I forget who he was arguing with, but he pointed out part of the article where it says that St. Jude's was aware. Excuse me. By the way, my throat's also been shot to hell from all the talking I've done this week. But the St. Jude's was aware of these super chats, and they weren't even going to take the money. They planned not to take it the whole time. Well, the stream was like more than a month ago, but they just decided to return the money the day that the story's coming out. That's a weird timing, isn't it? Don't you think? I mean, that seems to me like, well, they were just maybe the article just reminded them that they'd been planning to return all that money, and it slipped their mind until the Wall Street Journal got around to reminding them of it. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? You were going to return it the whole time, but it literally the day the article came out is when you remembered to do it. Bullshit. You are lying fuckers, and you're what you should have told the Wall Street Journal was to go get fucked, that you were happy to take anybody's money, anybody's help to help kids fight cancer. That's what you should have said. You should have said, look, we didn't watch this, but we appreciate that these people gave us fucking money for this, that people were willing to donate to help kids with cancer. And instead you went, the Wall Street Journal is going to say mean things about us. Quick, give back money for cancer. Am I the only one that has a problem with that? I mean, we're not talking about, a youth basketball charity here. We're not talking, some jackass on Twitter brought up to me, well, what do you think of Louis Farrakhan and him giving money to the United Negro College Fund? Do you think that's the same fucking thing? Really? Do you think that is anything close to what we're talking about here? You think that is comparable in even the slightest fucking way? But to answer that question, I hope Louis Farrakhan does something nice with his whole anti-Semitic life. Just do one thing good in your life, you shitbag. And if that is helping underprivileged kids get to college, good for you. Doesn't make you less of a shitbag, but at least you did something good with your life, you piece of shit. So yeah, absolutely. I'm all for anybody giving to charity, because you know what? Charities need the help. It's kind of why we call them fucking charities. See, I told you guys I had a lot on my fucking mind, and it may come out all way too rambly, and I apologize if it does, but Jesus fucking Christ. We're talking about kids who are dying children, and you're like, sorry, man. Somebody made a joke about dating a girl at Dachau. I mean, they're fucking, and I know that a whole lot of this has been concentrated on the cancer charity, and that is bad enough. That definitely is bad enough. But we're also talking about free fucking speech here. Ralph is literally getting in trouble for what other people say. I mean, somebody comes into his super chat, gives a super chat donation, and Ralph gets taken down for it. Now, I want to remind you guys that we'd seen this in the press, and I asked YouTube about it. They didn't comment. And we saw it again yesterday in the Wall Street Journal article, that according to YouTube, when there's a super chat that violates the terms of service in some manner, that money is given to charity. Let that sink in for a second. We're talking about an article or a story that St. Jude's turned down this money because it came from this horrible, nasty source with these horrible, nasty people saying horrible, nasty things. But YouTube's solution to that is to give money to charity. Give that hateful money to charity. God damn, why do I keep drinking this? I was a little too self-satisfied there. I picked this up and drank it all. I'm so cool. And yeah, this Cool Blue. Don't drink Cool Blue Gatorade. It tastes like, I don't know what that is. That's disgusting. Stop touching that. Okay. Do you think potential PR problems for St. Jude was worth it for them? I think if they told the Wall Street Journal to fuck off, nobody would. What are they going to do? Go after the cancer kids? Really? Do you think the Wall Street Journal was really going to start writing articles about how horrible St. Jude's is because they took $26,000 from some assholes on the internet? I have a feeling that they probably have been like, maybe we shouldn't really go after the cancer kid charity. Coach Red Pill says, what charities are they giving it to? They haven't said. I asked YouTube about this, and they didn't seem to want to talk to about it all. So if anybody wants to tweet at YouTube and ask them, hey, what charities are you giving the evil anti-Semitic super chat money to? By all means, see if you guys can get an answer, because they sure as fuck aren't answering me. But they're giving money to charity, and it's bad money. So by the logic that's going around, everybody should be either avoiding YouTube because they're giving out dirty money, or insisting that whatever charities YouTube is giving that money to return it because it's dirty. I mean, it doesn't matter how good the charity is, right? I mean, if helping kids with cancer isn't enough to overcome the stigma of that dirty money, I can't imagine what charity would be, right? I mean, what's a better charity than helping little kids get a chance to beat cancer? For fuck's sake, I just can't believe that we're even having to have that fucking discussion. But yeah, you know what? I don't think anybody would have thought poorly of St. Jude's if they kept the money. And I'm pretty sure anybody who went after St. Jude's for keeping the money would have gotten the shit kicked out of them to the point where they just would, you're right, we'll leave them alone. Because Ethan said what was refunded. If you're talking about the money, yeah, it was. But again, it wasn't refunded until the Wall Street Journal came sniffing around, and suddenly the day that the article came out, St. Jude's, who said they weren't going to take the money anyway, they finally returned it to everybody that day. Now, the other thing that Oaz was talking about is he highlighted the portion where St. Jude said that they were aware of this money. And I'm not going to say they weren't aware of the money, because almost immediately when the heel stream was announced, and certainly after all the money was raised, I mean, the immediate reaction from, let's call them dickheads online, was that it was horrible that St. Jude shouldn't take this money. So I have no doubt that there weren't a couple of shitbags who immediately went running to St. Jude's and contacting anybody there they could get there, to anybody that could listen to their horrendous voices to listen to tell them, do you realize you're taking money from bad people who make jokes? You're going to try to kill cancer with money from somebody who made a 1488 joke. Yeah, I'm sure they were aware, and I'm sure they were waiting to see if it was going to blow up, and they were hoping it wasn't, because believe it or not, cancer is expensive, you guys. I mean, and I'm not just talking about treatment. Research for cancer is fucking expensive. Jack says, thank you. Jack, thank you. I sent you a DM with how the St. Jude's shakedown went. I'll take a look at it when I'm done ranting here in a second. But the part about this that hasn't even gotten really discussed. Oh, yeah, I saw that, Jack. Is the free speech aspect of it. That's actually getting kind of glossed over in the argument of the cancer kids. And again, to me right now, I mean, the cancer kids of this is definitely a mind-blowing issue, but the issue is free speech, man. I mentioned this before. Everything comes back to free speech. I mean, we're literally to the point where we're gonna not fund cancer research because bad speech, hate speech. That's where we're at in this world. Is hate speech is such a horrific, vile thing that we're gonna let kids with cancer die. No, shut the fuck up. It's free speech. If you want to YouTube, look, if you want to limit your fucking platform like you guys did there for that day and got so much blowback that you switched it the very next day, by all means do it. I mean, it's your fucking platform. But until then, you're not telling anybody that they can't donate. They can't say what they want in the donations. You have this little TOS nobody reads, and you're sure as hell willing to cash those checks for those 1488 donations. Don't tell me you're not. We've all seen how well your financials have been looking since super chats have been going, huh? You're gonna tell me you go through every fucking one of those and make sure that there's nothing problematic about any of them? Bullshit. You're cashing them checks just like St. Jude's was gonna, until the douchebags at the Wall Street Journal came and knocking. I just can't believe that this is the hill you guys want to die on. You want to this is your free speech hill. We need to stop hate speech because they were helping kids with cancer. Really? Oh my god. Do you guys even fucking stop and think? And then I see so many dickbags, so many people on Twitter who are fucking defending this and trying to make it okay. Based on jokes. And if I hear the word dog whistle one more goddamn time, I swear to God, I'm just going to start kicking dogs. It's not a dog whistle when somebody makes a fucking joke on the internet. And the worst part of that is so many of these people who are out there, well, you knew it was problematic language, were people who were making fucking Kekistan jokes not long ago. They had no problem with that shit. They had no problem wrapping themselves in a fucking green flag based off the Nazi flag. And don't pretend it wasn't. It was meant as a fucking joke. But apparently, somewhere between wrapping yourselves in a joke flag and knowing it was a joke, and today, people have lost their sense of fucking humor. God, I've been trying all night to get this out of my system because the longer I sat there and we were going over it on the show, and then when Weibo came on and was reading that fucking conversation from her friend, what is it, Liberal Sanity Project? Can't believe sanity's in his fucking name. And he's like, it angered me. Like I was not shaking, just I wanted to just scream and grab somebody by the fucking shoulders and go, are you this fucking retarded? Seriously, are you that fucking retarded? That you really... Yes, St. Jude's collects a lot of money. But is that a reason not to give them any more? Nope. Is that a reason to turn down money from somebody who made a joke? Nope. Do you think anybody on the list of donors that St. Jude's has ever said a racist joke in their life? Has ever made a anti-Semitic joke? For the record, Jews notorious for making anti-Semitic jokes. Do you think there's any of them that have donated to St. Jude's? Do you think they're going through their donor list to make sure nobody in there's ever said anything bad? No, because the only reason they returned this fucking money is because the Wall Street Journal was going to make an article about it. Do you think YouTube cared this much about Ralph? No, they didn't. They did not care because the kill stream's been going. And yeah, Ralph has had strikes on his channel and stuff, but he's still been able to do it. But lo and behold, the Wall Street Journal comes sniffing around, and what happens? What happens? Not only does the kill stream get hit, they went over to Zidane's channel and tried doing it there, and it got hit again. So Ralph just calls it off, and the next morning, Ralph loses his channel, Zidane loses his fucking channel. By the way, Zidane got his back, but it is fucking blank now. And I haven't been able to find out if he did that himself or if YouTube just wiped it completely clean. But anybody who's saying that this wasn't the Wall Street Journal, you're out of your fucking mind. It absolutely was their doing. I'm going to drink this really nasty shit again. So if I complain about it in a second, remind me. I'm just thirsty, and my soda's almost out, and I don't want to drink it yet. Oh God, that is bad. Oh. So yeah, I'm just tired of stupid, and free speech has to matter, people. It does. And if it doesn't to you, then don't ever fucking use the term. Don't ever stick up for it. Don't ever pretend you're for it. Just say that you are not for free speech, and don't. You're not for free speech in most circumstances. There is no but in free speech, and I've tried to make that point so many times. And if it comes down to it, so many of these people on Twitter right now, it's actually coming down to, well, I don't like Ralph, or I don't like. It's this fucking moronic infighting that's personal. The one person that I saw that I gotta say newfound respect for is Shoe on Head. She's the one that came out and she's like, me and Ralph don't get along, but what the fuck is going on here? This is fucking stupid. And I saw people try to argue out. I don't know if she's changed her mind since the last I saw her. I'm like, well, good on Shoe. And even Ralph, he's like, we don't talk. She's blocked me, but at least she's standing up for what's right, and she did. She's the one that of all the people, she's the one that's got the balls. Who was it? Was it Medicare who said that? Yeah, June and Armored Skeptic are the ones that actually have balls in the skeptic community, and I got he called it spot on. Everybody else is tripping over themselves to make sure that nobody thinks they're a Nazi, because they've made Nazi jokes before, but now it's suddenly not funny. Now that somebody else is making more money off of it than they are. Horny Hippo says she is the alpha skeptic after all. She's really turning out to be, isn't she? Good God. The appeal of the skeptic community to me from the beginning, and no, I've never been in with the in crowd or anything, but it was the defense of free speech, because that, as regular listeners know, that is big for me. That is my thing. And yeah, I'm the person who said I think you should be allowed to yell fire in a crowded theater, because if everybody runs, that's their fault for not looking. But it is amazing to me to see how many times free speech in these circles is dependent on whether they like the person speaking. Zelthor wants to know what's happening. You want to run down? Okay. I forget the exact date, but the Ralph Retort, who usually runs the kill stream, did what they called the heal stream. And they raised $26,000 for charity, but there were some, I'm using air quotes, problematic people who were on the show that night. And some of the super chats were predictably horrific. People making Jew jokes. And one of the jokes was, what was it? How do you get a Jewish girl's number? Razor sleeve. By the way, that is quoted in the article. So YouTube, don't get mad. Your buddies at the Wall Street Journal approved that joke being told. But a whole bunch of assholes decided that it was wrong for St. Jude's to take this money. And a couple of days ago, what day was it? I forget what day it was that Ralph got the email. A reporter from the Wall Street Journal got a hold of him and asked him if he would like to comment on a story she was doing about how super chats are used poorly, and how people say bad things. They use it to say racist things, don't you know? Part of it that we didn't get to in the Lords of the Night stream tonight, they actually are pissed off because people use coded language, and one of the codes they give us is basketball Americans. Yeah, that horribly coded word for Negroes, basketball American. Yeah, because calling them colored people, whoops, I mean, people of color is so much better. But anyway, so the story all broke the other night that this was happening. Ralph got his stream shut down twice last night. Well, 2 nights ago now, I guess. And then we all woke up this morning to his whole channel going away, St. Jude's returning all of the money, and then eventually the Wall Street Journal piece coming out and being about as shitty as we thought it would be. For the record, Ralph was on yesterday's show, and I'd asked him if he had responded to the reporter's inquiry, and he said no because he'd talked to a reporter once before. He was taken grossly out of context, and he didn't think he'd get any better shake here. And I really don't blame him for that because he wouldn't have gotten a better shake here. I'm starting to come down a little bit, guys. I just have so much to get out of my fucking head. Here's another thing we need to discuss, because there's a lot of people who are like, Ralph just did this so that he could say he did something nice. It was just a publicity stunt. It really wasn't. If you actually watch Ralph, he did set this up. He wanted to have a stream with Sargon on it, where there's going to be, of course, a confrontational stream. But there was some, argument about money and money, blah, blah, blah. And Ralph's like, look, why don't we just give money to charity? And he started pushing that quite a bit. Hey, let's just give money to charity. And it all fell through. And Ralph's like, you know what? I really want to give money to charity. Let's do an event for St. Jude's. And that's how it came, because Ralph wanted to do that. Not because he was like, how can I look like a good person? No, he's like, I want to help kids with cancer. What a fucking dumbass idea that turned out to be, eh, Ralph? Now, Ralph, oh God, stop drinking this shit. Yeah, you're gonna have to listen to that all day, because I'm gonna keep drinking that nasty shit until it's gone. Live with it. Ralph is not a perfect human being. He went to jail for hitting a cop, and there's some, I don't know the full things about it, but whether he hit the cop or not, he went to jail. He did his time. He's on probation now. He's not a perfect person. None of us are. That's also not a reason not to take money for fucking kids with cancer, you shitbags. And to watch so many people out there arguing that what St. Jude did the right thing. Really? Really? Do you guys know what a saint is? Where that word comes from? Where it is in our lexicon? Do y'all know who Jesus was? And how, like, Jesus would hang out with the bad people? Because he wanted to turn them good, of course. But, I mean, he wasn't like, sorry, whore, I can't talk to you. You're a whore. I'm going to go over there and talk to that pious motherfucker. No, because that's not how it works. Yeah. So there can be no redemption. Anyway, man, I cannot believe the stupid that's pouring out of people today. Well, yesterday and now today, I suppose. Whatever happened to free speech? Whatever happened to the idea that we can say anything, and if you're offended by it, it's on you to fucking turn away? Why is it my job to make everything safe for you? Why is it my job to make sure you don't get your feelings hurt if I tell the wrong joke, or even if I give an opinion that you don't like that might be controversial? When did that become my responsibility to take care of your fucking feelings? Jesus organized the first slut walk, from what I hear. Jack, I fucking love you. No, Jesus went where the dregs of humanity were, because that's where he was needed. And besides, there's no saving the pious motherfuckers. Did Monkey just call Ralph a whore? I'm not above calling Ralph a whore. I have no evidence that he's a whore, but I'm a whore. I consider it to be a compliment in most of the time. Gutenberg says they got Jesus too. Fair point. Fair point. Zelthor asked, why are we talking about Jesus? Because, I mean, saints come from Catholicism. Just in case you were wondering. It's amazing to me that St. Jude's is the one right now being all pious. Man, do you remember when Mother Teresa would only go hang out with the well-off and the The folks who only spoke properly all the time. Oh, no, that wasn't her either. Oh, yeah, it's those shitbags now who are telling us how we have to talk. Those are the ones that do that shit. You can't talk to certain people, by the way. I can't tell you how many times people get mad at me for the people I bring on my shows. Like, you talk to this person or that person or this. Yeah, I talk to lots of people, and I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. Jack says lots of saints were horrible people. You're not wrong. The unfortunate ones are the ones that need a friend. Yeah. Except, by the way, cancer kids don't need it anymore. They have plenty of money. So if you were thinking of donating your money to cancer, maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody needs a bounce house. Just kidding. Please don't punish the kids for the fucking morons who are in charge of the money that's supposed to go to help them. Oh man. I saw a lot of people. Well, you could just give your money directly to St. Jude's. Well, St. Jude's has already told you your money isn't worth a shit to them. Why would you turn around and give it back to them? They've already told you they don't need your money. They don't want your money. Now I get it. I do, because again, I you don't punish the kids, but if St. Jude's refunded your money, especially if you were somebody who hadn't made some awful joke, you were just somebody, hey, here's for a here's to help the kids out. There were several of them that were like that. Why would you turn around and donate it to them again? People say you can donate it directly. It was a direct donation. It was absolutely a direct donation. YouTube didn't even take a cut of that. But these people, St. Jude, you could just donate it straight to St. Jude. You know what? Oh, well, they don't want that money. They don't need it. People have told us, man, they raise like all kinds of money. They don't even need your money. Give it to somebody else. There are other cancers. Yeah. Lucky Pop Tart said there's other cancer foundations. I would give to them, honestly. If your money was turned down by St. Jude's, give it to someone else. Because St. Jude's don't want your dirty money. If any of them had sick kids in St. Jude's, they would have a different opinion. You would think so, Peter. But some of these people, I honestly believe some of these people would let their children die rather than take a dime from somebody who made a 1488 joke, because they're that moral. Because that's where their fucking morals reside, rather than in weird fucking concepts like being able to just speak freely and tell fucking jokes. I can't tell you how much that pisses me off. I really can't. Watching our society become ever more pussyfied to where words are the worst things that can happen. I mean, I remember this when it started, and the notion that nothing hurts worse than words, because that'll stick with you forever. That somebody called you fat when you were 2. That'll just beat you down for the rest of your life. Get a thicker skin, pussy. Words only have the meaning, that the effect on you that you let them. And I know people, well, somebody can say something to you and you can't help how you react. Yeah, you can. You might get upset at a minute or at first, but then you go, fuck it. Who are they? Why do I care what they think? Bloop. Next. But we're actually fostering a whole fucking generation of morons, who literally in the search for self-esteem base their entirety of their existence on what other people say to them. Because that's where the whole anti-bullying, anti-word thing came from, was self-esteem, guys. You got to go back into the past to go through all of this, but that's how it started. Self-esteem led to no bullying, and not real bullying. No. Just somebody making fun of you once in a while. And from there, all of society has to change, because some thin-skinned pussies and their bitch-ass mothers, who probably shouldn't have had children in the first place, don't know how to deal with words. Yeah. Right now, trending on my Twitter is hashtag our country needs. Oh, so very much. Seriously, that's fucking disgusting. Cool Blue Gatorade. Stay away from it. It's nasty. Um, yeah, our country needs. I'm actually gonna click through that for a second, see what some dumb fucks think. Legal marijuana in every state. I could go that. And the welfare state. We still need a little bit of welfare, but yeah, the way it is now, absolutely. We need a safety net, not the safety hammock. Our country needs politicians who talk to real people. And there's a picture of Beto talking to somebody. Yeah. hmm Let him get elected and see how much he actually cares about you. Our country needs a president that acts like a president and not a president that tweets, attends rallies, or golfs. Um, the best part of this is that she has a big picture here that says "My President until further notice," and it's Barack Obama. uh, sorry. Was this meant ironically? Oh, what does our country need? Our country needs fathers, a lot of them, and they need fathers who step in when mothers are being way too overprotective because that is a problem. It's how we get to a place where making a joke is seen as the most evil thing ever. More evil than cancer. More evil than cancer. Yeah, jokes are more evil than cancer. That's the lesson of yesterday, guys. Um, I think I got it out of my system. I really do. I don't have it out of my system because I'm gonna be mad about this for a while, but getting the ideas out of my head. I understand YouTube is it's a private entity. They have the right to make their own rules and stuff. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to support censorship in any way, shape, or form because free speech is a principle to me. It's not just a right granted to us so that Congress can't tell us what not to say. It's something I actually believe in. It's something that I believe we need more of. I think if people were honest more often, maybe people wouldn't get so fucking butthurt over jokes. Um, yeah. But guys, like I said, I'm exhausted. And the only thing keeping me up is pain and anger, and the anger's waning a bit. So I think I'm gonna go crawl in bed, guys. And like I said, I won't see you tomorrow morning. I'm gonna spend the day hanging out with the little ones and find my happy place because it's not on the internet right now, man. And the absolute shitbags running around cheering this and patting themselves on the back for how fucking self-righteous they are. I hope every one of them somehow injures their dick over the next 24 hours in a way that requires surgery. Um, and I think I'll leave it at that. Good night, guys. Thanks for listening to me for a while. I'll see you next time.